Welcome back, y'all, to the Texas Wedding Podcast. We have Cathleen Holloway with Holloway Events on. We get into it. We share some highlights of the business. We share about the first time Kathleen ever designed a wedding, and it was published in print in Martha Stewart. And most importantly, it was actually her own wedding. We talk about some lows in the business. We talk about the surprise for her team that they had to carry in an entire wedding worth of china plates on their back into a mountain town in Switzerland because the FedEx truck was not allowed in. We talk about the craziness of life outside of weddings. Kathleen is a mom of 4 girls that are all 5 and under, and I can't even imagine. We share some hot takes. As always, we'll share the funny, we'll share the shout outs, and it's just a good time. You're not going to want to miss it.
I say if you don't like this music, you don't be listening to it. You know, I'm just a dude that you know, or something similar. If you don't keep it real, then you go somewhere but here, cause you know we're only losing control just for a minute.
How's it feel having your kids back in school? Has it settled in? Are you like
yesterday was the first real day that they were all back.
Okay.
Except for Winnie, and it was a dream. Like, I feel so bad for saying that, but
it's so real.
It was, the break was 1,072 days, and like, I really need to go back to school. My friends, my mom friends, like homeschool their kids, and I'm like, how?
I don't know. I
could never. Couldn't be a teacher. Don't want to be a teacher.
But you're great at wedding planning. You found what you're great at.
Good mom, not a homeschool mom.
Good mom. Not a homeschool mom, but such a good mom. Well, for anyone listening, can you introduce yourself?
Oh my gosh. I am Kathleen, or Kat Holloway, and I am the founder of Holloway Events. That sounds so formal. Like Melissa, like long walks on the beach.
Less formal. Yeah. That's good. Do you have other nicknames other than Kat?
God, I do, but probably not like appropriate.
Not ones that anyone's allowed to call you.
No, definitely not. No. I loathe if people call me Catherine just because it's not my name.
Really?
Yes, it's Kathleen or Kat, but it is not Catherine.
Not Catherine. Don't you dare.
Not a Kathy. Well, love Kathy's, just that is not it's not me.
My mother-in-law is Kathy, and she'll be deeply offended when she hears this.
No, I love my favorite interior designer of all time. If I won the lottery, I would hire Kathy Kincaid. She is amazing, and I'm so inspired by her interiors. I just don't appreciate when people get your name wrong in general.
That's fair.
Yeah. Just feels like a little, especially in an email. I'm like, it's right there. How?
Does that happen a lot to you?
Actually, more often than you think. And that to me, if you're a vendor and you get my name wrong in an email, strike 1.
Straight to jail.
It's just
strike 1, not strike 3. I'm surprised you're even giving them strike 1.
Well, I know, but then they've got a big hill to climb after that. It just feels like that's the least you could do, right?
If you're getting my name wrong in an email, why do I trust you to do anything with my weddings?
Yeah, exactly. Or my clients. You do not talk to them. You're not allowed to talk to my clients if you get my name wrong, because I can't trust them to get their name wrong.
I got a name wrong on an email the other day it was a client who they already had hired me, and I'd been emailing so much with this bride, and then her financial advisor, who was like taking care of all the payments, was like CC'd on everything and just the wrong name in my brain. So I addressed the couple as the bride and her financial advisor instead of like the bride and the groom's name.
Oops.
Like I knew it happens though.
Okay, in those cases, once the relationship is already established.
It was established. Yeah.
Correct.
It wasn't first impressions. It wasn't.
Sure. If I were reaching out to you though, hey, Kevin, we would love to possibly work with you. My clients love you, et cetera, et cetera. And you respond, hey, Kathy, I would freak out, you know? But if you're like just the rapport is going back and forth, I would
But you,
silently.
well, I was gonna say, what does it look like for you to freak out? You're saying I would freak out in like the most like calm, demure manner
Oh, I
imaginable.
definitely
What does
have.
it?
What does it look like?
Yeah.
A lot of tears usually. I'm a yeller, I'm in my
Oh
personal
my
life.
gosh.
I think I would probably just say a very, like, snarky remark, but that's yeah, it's pretty
That's so you, 100%.
just probably, like, expletive idiot, and then respond, and be like, "Send me your pricing, we're probably not hiring you now." I don't know, I don't yeah,
Send me
probably that.
your pricing to junk mail at Holloway.
Correct, correct. Exactly. Although I did just get spammed, like, a very old person, like, I clicked on an e
What?
it was a phishing email from a vendor who I've worked with before, and I clicked on it.
Oh no, those are going around a lot. I've like
I know.
gotten some emails. Was it the one where it's like it said like potential lead or like I don't
Yeah,
know, some
they
kind
said
of
something like, um, they were, like, restructuring their proposals or something, and that is so on brand for this vendor to, like,
oh
start out the new year just really going for it, and so
yeah.
I was, "Oh, Lord, here we go. He's on it, 2026, like, great, I'll
Oh
click
my
on it."
gosh.
And I clicked on it 6 times, and I responded, and I said, "Hey, I can't read this proposal," and he said, "Kathleen, that was a complete spam email. Please do not click on that."
Oh my gosh, good thing it wasn't working or opening.
Oh, listen, I'm sure that they're listening to us right now, but we just have something to say, so it'll be fine, yeah.
I almost fell for one and then I had a notification that something popped up for like, do you know like blah blah blah, this thing's coming from Russia. And I'm like, what?
No, I did not
I
know.
must have been so close to like clicking whatever the like you can't go back thing is.
It is a scary world. It is. Hopefully, we won't be spammed moving forward.
Oh
Stay
my
tuned.
gosh.
World will
Absolutely.
be killing.
2026. What are you most looking forward to about this year?
Not being pregnant. No. What am I most looking forward to? We have a really, really cool wedding that we did last year that is going to be published, and I'm really excited to
Yes.
be able to share that.
The one in Houston?
The one in Spain.
The one in Spain. That one was awesome.
It was so fun, and it was such a labor of love, and I've not been able to share any images.
Oh my gosh.
When I got home, I gave birth, like, a week later, so I haven't even
Yeah.
really, like, enjoyed the
I
images
didn't
either.
realize it was that close.
It
Is
was
that an
really
exaggeration or was it really like a week?
no, we came okay, so maybe it was, like, 10 days, so I
But
came
that's
home
still so close. I would have said it was 2 months. My
no.
timeline's all messed up. That's crazy.
Thankfully, there were doctors, the clients were doctors, and they had OBs there already. Well, if I had just kind of resided myself to, like, I've done this 3 other times, if it happens, it happens, and I have a
You're
little s
surrounded by 100 doctors anyways if it happens.
right, and you're, like, getting to have a baby in Spain, like, life could be worse, right? So but no, I'm really from a work perspective, that's what I'm really excited about. We
Wait,
also
that's really exciting. Congratulations.
thank you. And then we have a potential client that I'm pretty excited to possibly work with, so stay tuned there.
Fingers crossed.
I know, she's really fun. I have known her in my personal life too and looked up
Oh,
to her
fun.
one time. So,
Oh,
yeah,
fun.
know if that's, like, actually going to come to fruition, if the party's gonna come to fruition in general, but that would be one that would I would be so excited about too. What are you excited about?
Oh my gosh. I will tell you what I'm so excited about. I feel like I kept interrupting you though when you were like mentioning the stuff from Spain. I want to hear more about Spain. Can
Okay.
you, what are you, is it like you can only share certain details about it until it's published
Yeah,
or?
not a lot. We have an exclusivity. I mean, I can share where it's going. It's going on over the moon, and so
Okay,
I'm really
fun.
excited about that. So we have an exclusivity, so I can't share any of the images or any of we've shared like a little snippet of the video that was done, but I can't share
I
any
remember that.
stages, yeah, until it goes live, which is really cool. So I'm waiting to hear back when the date it goes live, but it was just on this amazing, on the Balearic Islands, so in Minorca, the smaller island. So there's Majorca and Minorca, and it was again, we worked on it for so long. It was also really emotional because I was pregnant. But it was really a fun. I loved getting to work with each vendor. They were so wonderful, and it just was it is a little bit of a different vibe than I typically do. Um,
Yeah.
and so I can't wait to show that we can do something like that that looks a little bit different too.
In
So
what way, what was the vibe like versus what you normally do?
I guess it was a little more modern than I typically do, I would say. Like we've leaned into, like, fruit styling a lot more, which is very prevalent right now. Um, but the clients were also just really cool in that the bride completely trusted us. She's a trauma doctor in New Orleans, so she would be
Whoa.
10 minutes late to a meeting because she was in the OR dealing with a gunshot wound, and I was, like, panicking about the color of her paper on her invitations. And so that was really fun to have her just, like, come in and be like, I love the color, number 1, you nailed it, and number 2, I just almost had somebody die on the table, this is not that serious, and it was really just refreshing to be able to deal with somebody in such a different space than I
Yeah.
deal with. A lot of our clients are lawyers typically, which I work really well with, 'cause in my
Yeah.
past life, I planned events for law firms,
I didn't
and
know that.
before I got started with Holloway Events, I did that for a little while.
Okay.
Which was really fun because I was originally in my plan of life going to be an attorney, which took a sharp left, but,
Plans change
um,
a little bit.
things change from when you're 18, and so she just really kind of brought such a fresh light to the whole perspective of, "I love exactly what you're doing, this is why we hired you, keep going with your gut," and so it was really great to, like, have that first perspective on our planning process and weddings in general. It's really I take
Yeah.
it so seriously, but when you do step away, it is not life or death how she deals with every minute of her day. So I was
Oh my
really excited
gosh.
about that, yeah.
If there's someone who's not gonna sweat the small stuff, it's like an emergency doctor in New
But
Orleans. It's like,
exactly.
"Thank you for making the invitations not blood colored."
Right, which they actually kind of were, oddly. We dealt with red. We dealt with red, it was red, but the whole thing was red, which maybe she just feels comfortable with red. It's what she does with
Yeah,
her.
maybe. Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, it was wild. So, like, I just remember vividly going to this one meeting. We actually ended up parting ways with one, paper vendor from a personality standpoint and what have you. I just don't think it was a fit.
Yeah.
And then we pivoted over to another, and I was so I mean, I probably was such a monster to my family before and to my team because I was like, "I cannot believe we're having to, like, redo this." And as a planner, I can pivot for sure, but I didn't want to because I liked
Yeah.
the other vision too. Um, so yeah, she came in and she was like, "Sorry I'm late, gunshot wound." And I was like, "Oh, okay, got it." She's not gonna worry about this as much as I am, and that's
Message
great.
received, yeah.
Yep, I need to calm down. Exactly.
Oh my gosh. We have worked weddings where you have apologized to me and the team for being a monster, and
Yeah,
it is not you being a monster. I see
really?
you being a little more stressed and elevated. No,
Okay.
it is not you being a monster.
You think I handle the stress of it well.
Yes.
That's
And
so
I
interesting.
like that you handle the stress a bit well. I'm not originally from Texas or the South. You might remember
Sure.
I'm from California originally,
Oh, that's right,
and
I'm
I
sorry.
still
I
have
heard
a hard time, yeah. I feel like I
that.
still have a hard time translating some, like, Southern niceties even after being here for, like,
Yeah.
16 years, and so I appreciate working with you that you are kind, and I can also tell when you don't like something or when you're mad.
Really?
Like, you have a way of being kind still, and I can tell what you're feeling for sure. Like, I definitely know what you're feeling, but never is it like you're being a monster. You know what I mean?
Okay, I would love for you to tell my husband that, 'cause I don't think he would agree with that at all.
Well, I mean, you probably treat me different than your husband. Yeah, there's probably
1000%. Yes, I do.
an inner circle there.
Yeah, for sure. It's
But I
all good.
agree. He can listen back to this will go public. He can hear it. You can be like, see, Kevin says I'm not a
'Cause I'm not a
monster.
monster. Exactly. Yeah, I think planners and something that brides and grooms maybe don't understand is we're the middleman throughout the whole process. While
Yeah.
we work with them and we're advocating for them at all costs, y'all are also our coworkers, and we do have to create a relationship with you all as well. And so, being the middleman and the messenger between everybody is it's a song and dance of Kevin, they want their highlight reel by 7 the next morning, and we're not getting out until 2 a.m., and we're paying you for that, so good luck to you that night.
Yeah.
Or whatever it is,
Yeah.
or no, Carol, Kevin cannot get that to you by 5 a.m. We're getting out at 3, so it's hard to kind of play that role, I think,
I
as a
bet. I feel like the list is constantly growing of massive reasons why I could never be a planner and why I have no idea how you do what you do. And I think that's one of them, having to like toe that line between every single vendor and your client. And
Right.
like you translating things from every single vendor into a way that the client will like hear and understand. For you to
Sure.
be able to do all of those things for 35 different vendors that you're working with on a big wedding. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
that is crazy relational and organizational and communication skills that y'all like use constantly and are so good at that you probably don't even think of how often you're like flexing those muscles. But it's crazy to me that you could do that so well.
Right. I think it's really fun too, though, because I love building a
Good.
team. So I think
Yeah.
our team builds a team way different than a lot of planners, I would say. We build a
How
team.
so?
I think the reason I started my company in general, I was planning my wedding and I really wanted to hire this certain planning team, and they weren't available because another person was having a wedding. There was a massive wedding in Houston the same day. And I think I was really disappointed by that, but it worked out because then I ended up basically planning it myself and having a coordinator, take over that day. But I think a lot of planners in our market, it's they love Kevin, they love X, Y, and Z florist. They love the same photographer or same 3,
Yeah.
and I think it's very easy for then the weddings that they produce to then just look repetitive,
Hmm.
right? And
Yeah.
each has their own style, and I think for me, when I was planning, I wanted our wedding to feel like Kathleen and Winston's wedding.
Cool.
Then each client now that we've been doing for almost 8 years is I want it to feel like a reflection of those clients. We've worked together multiple times now, and I hope each wedding looks drastically different than
100%.
than one that we did previously because it is a reflection of that couple. And so when we're building out that team, you know, it's gonna hurt to say, but I don't call you every single time for video, right? I know it I'm sorry. Although it did feel like
This has been a great podcast. This has been
that.
Gotta Go
The
Cry.
thing is, you have to understand, okay, Kevin is the best fit for Megan and Reese as an
Yeah.
example, and you were, and it was amazing, and
God,
then
that's a high compliment because I love Megan and Reese.
oh my god, it was such a fun wedding.
They're the best.
I know, they're so fun. I would love to do that one again. But then so building out that team of it's gonna be fun for the clients too of who they're working with on the day of too, because you are doing their first look and the photographer's doing their first look and having these intimate moments of them being so mushy, and then we're having the whole planning process beforehand. So everybody has to like one another on the wedding day. Otherwise, our job's not fun, right?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think our wedding
There's
day,
nothing worse.
yeah, and on someone's wedding day, everyone needs to be happy because
Yeah.
that's the whole point. It's a joy-filled moment, and if I'm dealing with Joe Schmo, who I loathe, it's definitely gonna come out at certain points of like, "Oh my gosh, this person is insufferable," right?
Yeah.
So I think I really focus on, okay, who would Megan and Reese love to have at their wedding? And who's the best photographer that's gonna have a great time with Kevin and they're not gonna get in each other's way?
Yeah,
So, in each separate vendor, band, whomever else.
totally. It's such a difference on a wedding day when it's such a like when the vendors can have such a united front. It's like all of the
Yes,
vendors are on the same page. They're driving, they're working together. It's like they're picking up little things for each other and helping it out here or there. Like the whole
exactly.
wedding day is so different on those days.
Right. And I do not think certain planners do that. Maybe they do. I don't work with other planners, obviously, but, and that's something that I really think about when building on our team is like, let's have it be a really fun day.
Yeah, I love that. And I think that's one reason we have gotten to work together a lot. Like you're
Sure.
thinking, let's build a fun day. And I
Right.
feel like the word fun is such like an overlooked
Right.
adjective. Is it an adjective? I'm not good at English. It's such a like overlooked word.
Right. Descriptor.
Descriptor. But I feel like that's like such the heart of like why I do what I do and why I make the films the way I do is like for it to be fun in the moment and then fun like when you're rewatching it. So you can relive like the fun of your day and not just the like
Exactly.
emotion of the day, not just the like sentimentality of the day, but I want to feel how fun it was too.
Exactly. I mean, that's the whole reason we've spent 12 plus months planning your wedding, obviously
Oh my
to get you
gosh.
married and have you start this family, but, you know, in the best way. We aren't doctors, so we're getting to have fun. I tell our clients, like, whether you hire us or not, if you're not having fun planning your wedding, you're doing it wrong. Take a break, take a pause. It's not that serious, right?
Yeah.
And so I think a lot of times we forget that because they're melding families and they're dealing with a lot of money, a lot of
Yeah.
money. I mean, weddings are astronomical, and thinking about having 4 daughters, I'll never get to retire, so, anybody that wants to hire us, that'd be great, thanks so much. Well, I mean, they're dealing with a lot of money, they're dealing with probably a new, set of family that they're trying to navigate their wants and wishes of whomever that might be, predominantly
Yeah.
with brides, and they're dealing with their new mother-in-law, or maybe it's their father-in-law. We've had a lot of those, and I think, that's something that's really kind of it can get really stressful really easily, so creating fun is crucial, you know?
I love that. I
Yeah.
love that. I'm jumping back like 10 minutes now. How long have we been
Okay.
recording for? Like 10 minutes ago. Like 10 minutes ago, you asked what I was looking forward to about this year. Honestly, one of the things I'm really looking forward to right now is starting this podcast. I feel like it's been forever since I've done something that flexes a completely different creative muscle. And I've been surprised how fun this has been to get started. And I still like have no idea what I'm doing. Like very much
Okay.
learning on the fly. The level of wedding videography that I'm doing right now, it's not there are some systems, but it's not highly systems based. It's all so
Sure.
customized and it's also creative and it's also personalized and there's so much like art to it that I've actually thoroughly enjoyed starting this podcast and being like, okay, let's come up with questionnaires and FAQ pages and a
Yeah.
schedule and like the systems to do it. I don't know. It's just like flexing the other side of my brain. So,
Yeah,
I
so
mean, there
why
are going
did
to be
you
some amazing weddings this year. What was that?
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Why did you wanna start a podcast?
That's such a good question. I feel like living in Waco,
Sure.
I very rarely get to work with other people in my city. I'm almost always doing destination weddings or working in Dallas or Austin or Houston or like, cities that are at least an hour away. And so I miss like regularly connecting with people that I have the opportunity to work with. And I thought
Right.
this would just be a really sweet opportunity to do that. Like, yeah, there was something itching to like start something new and I wanted to
Sure.
be able to like talk community. And the more I've done this, the more I love weddings. I love videography, but I also really love specifically the Texas market and like
Yeah.
what we have here and wanted an opportunity to showcase better like the incredible talent here, like the incredible opportunities here, and just the incredible people that are like in this market. And so I
Right.
don't know. Vulnerably, part of this is probably built off a loneliness that I've been feeling, like being a little bit further from the other vendors that I work with regularly. Part
Sure.
of it was just an exciting new challenge for me.
Right. I love that.
Yeah. And so we'll
Completely.
see where it goes. It's fun just learning something new kind of on the fly too.
Right. It's always fun to learn something new. It's like your new
Yeah.
micro hobby.
Yeah, like and there's always something different, like figuring out how to work this microphone or I burned 3 hours yesterday trying to
No.
get I mean, I work with cameras professionally, constantly.
Right.
I spent 3 hours trying to get my camera that I shoot with every single day, like every single wedding, every like my go-to camera to plug into my computer so I could use it as a webcam. I spent hours. It was like as simple. I ordered the stuff, I plugged it in, everything said it should work. There's like frustrating things in life. Like I'll
Sure.
spend 40, 50 hours editing a wedding film where it's like, it's a grudge and it's really hard work sometimes.
Sure.
But the frustration I feel at spending 3 hours at a task and never successfully accomplishing that task when it should have taken 5 minutes is
Yeah.
like, yeah, no, we were talking about freaking out earlier. Like, yeah, I could have screamed if there weren't kids in the other room. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I didn't want to scare everybody.
The funny thing is I do with my kids in the room. The other day, this is such a vulnerable thing. We were all going to dinner, getting out of
Okay.
the house. And to be clear with people that don't know or follow me, I have a 5-year-old, I have a 3-year-old, I have a 2-year-old, and I have a 3-month-old. So, and I do weddings as well.
Big ones,
Big
good
one.
ones,
Yeah, good
amazing
one.
ones.
Thank you. That's so kind.
Yes.
And we needed all to get out of the house, so we decided to leave. And my 5-year-old is sitting in the 3rd row because we have to drive the bus, basically, get all of them in there. And she's just dancing and saying, "And mom's a yeller, and mom's a yeller." And it was on, day 892 of Christmas break. And
Oh my gosh.
I was in the passenger
Oh,
seat when Tim was driving, and it's after Christmas where you've tried to be magical.
oh my
If
gosh.
I die tomorrow, I just hope my girls, remember me as, magical. That's so morbid. But it was after, trying to, create all this magic. We baked cookies. We had the monogrammed aprons that my one of my beloved
Cute.
and, I had the matching everything as planning moms do, and she then
Oh
in
my
the back,
gosh.
"Mom's a yeller," and I was like, "Oh,
Mom's a yeller. Oh my gosh. Well, I feel bad. I laughed and then I felt immediately horrible
no,
for
don't lie,
laughing
it's
at
so
that stuff.
funny." But I just started bawling, and I was like, "This is how she knows me," because I do, I yell a lot, and
Oh my
yeah.
gosh. But that's not how they know you.
Oh, well, listen, this is not about being a mom, but yeah, I just thought it was so funny. I was like, "Great, all that Christmas magic, all they heard was that I yell.
All the magic.
Things are going fine. Yes, your tent will be installed the morning of your wedding, and I'm a yeller." What we meant.
But how else are you going to be heard in a house with 4 girls, 5 and under?
Exactly.
You know, it's
Gotta
got to
just
be noisy in there.
raise the volume.
We're jumping all over the place. I want to
I know,
jump back. We were talking about your first wedding you planned, which was your wedding, the
guys.
start of it all. How long ago was that?
8 years ago.
Okay, 8 years ago, 9 years ago. And wild that you're doing 9 years later from your own wedding to where you're at right now with the business. Yeah,
Right? Crazy.
feels wild.
Does. It feels like yesterday and
Good,
years ago all at the same time.
good. I feel like it should feel wild because looking at it from the outside, I'm like, that's crazy. How much has
Yeah,
happened in
it's
nine
been
years?
really fun. It's been really
But along that way, was there an event or a story or something that really changed the trajectory of your business?
uh, well, the reason I started or got the courage to start was that then Martha Stewart picked up our wedding. So,
Your wedding.
my wedding. Yeah, our
That's
wedding
incredible.
is mine. Um,
Oh,
so we
debatable.
no, funny enough, I was working in a bridal, so I worked in bridal and kinda jumped around in my career a little bit,
Yeah.
but backstory is I've loved weddings since the age of 9. My 4th grade teacher invited me to her wedding, 1998, July 3rd. I remember it to this day. I had butterfly clips in my hair. It was a
Oh my gosh.
periwinkle dress from the children's collection in Houston, if anybody can remember that store. And I went, and she was in Wake. She went to Baylor. She was a tryout.
Sick'em.
Love it.
Sick'em tryout.
I was like, just fell in love with her. And
Oh my gosh.
and I was just so in awe of her. And so then so I was in 4th grade, Martha Stewart Weddings magazines were still a big thing. I have every single Martha Stewart wedding magazine ever.
That's incredible.
And then I hid them in high school and in college because I didn't want my boyfriends to think I wanted to marry them, which I secretly did. But it was more about the wedding than them.
Yeah.
And so, but I didn't want them to think I was planning our wedding. So anyway, I got the courage because I was working in a bridal store. I'd opened it alongside the founder, and
Yeah.
I was set to buy the store. I wanted to buy it. I wanted to be the shop girl.
Yeah.
And then Winston was like, "This is terrible. You work Wednesday to Sunday, and I work Monday through Friday. I never see you. We're 2 ships passing in the night." And that was like 3 months into our marriage.
Oh my gosh.
That's not good. Red flags pretty early on. And so all these brides kept coming into the store saying, "I'm getting married in Cabo." So I would go pick out a dress. I could just envision their wedding perfectly the minute that they said where they were getting married, and the minute that they, like I could look at their body and decide what they were going to look good in. So people kept saying, "I would love for you to plan my wedding." And this was all at the time I was engaged in planning my own. And so then I was like, "Haha, see you in 6 months. Your wedding gown's beautiful. Don't do any drastic weight loss things. We'll see you in 6 months."
Yeah.
And then in the meantime, Martha Stewart said, "Okay, your wedding's gonna be published." And then another bride walked in and said, and that was right after Winston and I had that conversation. And I was just in my mind thinking, "Oh my gosh, like he's right. We don't ever see one another. Do I want to own this store and be working every Saturday and Sunday and not seeing him or having, any resemblance of a life outside of
Yeah.
retail?" And then it got published, and I thought, and then another bride walked in and said, "Will you plan my wedding?" And I went home and I said, "I kind of want to plan this bride's wedding. Is that weird?" And he was like, "Well, I always thought that you should be a wedding planner. I don't really know what you're doing." It was just such a like, "Oh, well, thanks." Number one, thanks for the encouragement. And two, I just wasn't really like, I never had thought through that could be a career for me.
Yeah.
So then I quit the store 2 weeks shy of my 30th birthday, gave only 2 weeks notice, which hindsight, now being a business owner, was super terrible of me.
Oh my gosh.
And I don't like that. If I could rewrite that, I would. But I wanted to not be working in retail on my 30th birthday, just as like a new milestone, like a new chapter. I
Yeah.
was like, when I'm 30, I cannot be working in retail any longer. And I think now looking back, that's so stupid. But you think things like that.
At the
Then I
time,
started
it felt really important though.
so important, like
Yeah.
cannot start in my 30s. So then, long story long, this bride, she said, "I want you to plan my wedding." And so I said, "Okay." And I quit that store and started planning her wedding. And then it was just word of mouth and friends of friends and styled shoots. Oh, Lord, styled shoots. I'm so glad we don't do those anymore.
We could talk about
I know.
We could
There's
talk about it. We got a lot to talk about.
Yeah, certain ones I'm like, "Oh, yikes." So yeah, that's how it kind of came to be. And then I was a little nervous
Oh my
about
gosh.
keep going. But here we
Yeah.
are
8, 9 years later.
1 years later. And all word of mouth. I mean, no advertising. I started, I was working a retail job, so it wasn't like I had this big round of angel funding coming in. I took a
Yeah.
week of and I was just like, if I crash and burn, I'm only 30. I can go get a job, right?
Yeah.
And
We still
yeah,
got like 70 years left ahead of us. We can
hopefully.
crash and burn and go get a job.
I don't know if I'll be around in 70 years now,
Yeah.
but
No. I'd probably rather not, but again, let's not go down that morbid path.
Exactly. Been morbid 2 times today. Let's calm it down. We're only 80s in 2026.
Oh my gosh. I feel like we've talked so much like reflecting back on
Sure.
the career as a whole. When you think of being a wedding planner, what do you think is the hardest part of it that just no one really sees?
How much we fight for our clients.
Yeah.
We fight for our clients nonstop between managing the vendor who is so type B that doesn't email you the proposal back. Because we're not dealing with attorneys or accountants on the vendor side, right? These amazing, very type A people are hiring us, and they think everyone is at their desk all the time, and that's just not the case. I mean,
Yeah.
Florida's not at their desk all the time, and you are not at your desk all the time, I assume, or maybe you are because you're editing, and photographers certainly not, um, and so I think that they're hiring us because they are chained to their desk, but our
Yeah.
vendors are not chained to theirs. So we're fighting for y'all, or for them rather, tooth and nail to get proposals and bring pricing down. And wait, no, Karen, like we already told you she doesn't like purple. Like no purple on the invitation, right? Um, and so
Karen,
it's
come on now.
come on, Karen, which now is Jessica apparently. Gen Z
Really?
Jessica, Karen's done. Thank God, Karen needed a break.
I was tired of Karen.
Poor Karen. Well, we fight for them a lot, and I think that that's not seen because we also try to be really efficient in our emails. We wanna send the correct proposal, right?
Yeah.
But the 87 other emails where the vendor sent it incorrectly that many times, and we're editing it, and we're responding, "Everything's fine. We're all fine. We're good." I feel like planners are very much, like ducks paddling for their life. Everything looks so graceful on the surface, and
Yeah.
then underneath, it's not that we're trying to hide things from them either, but the reason that they're hiring us is so that it does feel calm, right?
Yeah.
So then I'm never gonna throw one of my vendors under the bus and say, "Well, Kevin
Well,
can't send
Kevin
me."
won't email me back.
Well, Kevin just building a house or, like, on, like, a journey somewhere, and I don't know where he is, but he will be there on your wedding day.
But for the record, Kevin's ruining everything. I just need you to
Right,
know
we told
that.
Kevin, but it's fine. You can yell at me today. I'm fine.
But I'm at
So
my
I think
desk, so yell at me today instead.
exactly. I do think, yeah, we just planners don't get uh, I don't think our clients see that, and they
Yeah.
shouldn't. That's just part
Yeah.
of the job.
Yeah. I love that metaphor you said of like the duck, the swan. Is it a swan or a duck paddling? Which one is it?
I would love to be a swan, but sometimes I feel like an ugly duck, so we'll see. Stay tuned. Whatever it is.
You're insane. You're a swan.
Don't
The
do that.
swan, like how like calm,
Yeah, it has
graceful
to
it
be so
is
calm and
on the
graceful.
surface, and just how the 87 emails underneath and the changing of paper
Yeah,
vendor underneath and just
right.
the dealing with the weather and dealing with the forecast and dealing with the everything else.
Fine. We're good.
Oh my gosh.
We're perfect. South
And just
Carolina.
a swan on top.
I like to have a dinner with my clients afterwards, and then they say, "Okay, like, what happened?" And I'm like, "Oh, well, now I can tell you. But on the wedding day, I couldn't tell you." We were in Switzerland, and we were in a town where they didn't allow vehicles. It was in Zermatt, Switzerland, and we
Okay.
were bringing in China, these beautiful plates from London. And they were driven and they were flown and they were boated and they were all the things to get there. And we couldn't get into the city limits with this big truck. I mean, it was U-Haul truck filled with this China.
Oh my.
And my team was hiking down the mountain where we were having our beautiful welcome lunch. They hiked down the mountain, they got lost on the mountain, they couldn't find their way down, they almost, like, completely rolled down the hill at the base of the mountain, really, and couldn't get in, and I'm walking with the bride. Jenny on my team was texting me, number 1, we're in the middle of the woods, we have no idea where we are. And our bride was like, "Hey, what's going on?" I was like, "Nothing, just checking in with the team, right? Keep going." I was 6 months
Everything's great.
third. And
My
yeah, everything
gosh.
was great. We were all fine. Meanwhile, I was, like, having labor pains. Jenny can't get the truck into the city, and our beautiful bride was just hiking down the mountain looking as happy as can be. So people don't know the behind the scenes, and that's what we're paid to do, but there is a lot that goes wrong, and you're
That
paying to fix it. But just know, sometimes it's not all hearts and flowers, but we're gonna make it look like that.
that is an insane story.
Yeah,
I
I
feel like
think
no destination wedding really happens without some kind of a story like that.
oh my gosh, we were also banging down the door of the FedEx in when we were in Colorado with you.
What
They
for? I don't even know this.
the beautiful, like, disco ball
The decor, this
the decor, I mean,
the
huge
sphere
focal
decor.
point spheres. Yeah, they were not we're tracking them, we had them shipped early, but when you're going to a remote destination, anything can happen.
Oh my
But man,
gosh.
he was banging down the door of the FedEx in Steamboat Springs, Colorado, and I'm sure I mean, they were shut down. Thankfully, the decor is there. It was fine.
Oh my gosh. When
Yeah.
was this? The wedding was Saturday. Was
This
this
was on
like
Thursday.
it was on
Yeah.
Thursday? Oh my
Mhm.
god.
And they kept saying, "No, it was already delivered. It was already delivered." Thankfully, it
The
was there.
things people, like you said, they would just never know what's going on behind the scenes, like the chaos, the like
The
I feel like this
absolute
is one step from totally falling apart. Like
yes.
there's one thing every time that's like I feel like this is all about to fall apart because of
Right. And it's something I think other parts when it is all about to fall apart, you know, we can't control FedEx.
yeah.
We've planned for
No.
it, right? We
Yeah.
had them ship it on the Friday before the next Friday. You've got 7 days to get it there, you know, and it's not that far from where we're shipping it,
No.
from Denver to Steamboat. This is, like, pretty easy. You could have even driven it, but fine, you
Yeah.
shipped. And and so it's things like that where, we're the planners, so we should have planned for this. Well, planning for UPS or FedEx to mess us up is not always something we plan for.
Oh my gosh.
Things work out, thank goodness, but it's a lot of praying during during those moments.
Oh
Like,
my gosh.
"God, don't fail me now. We've come
That
this far."
I feel like it's part of what you're saying that like the chaos of it, but like the really high highs and really low lows of the like behind the scenes of wedding life is so I don't know the right word for it. Fulfilling, like addictive. I don't know the right phrase, but it's
It is a
like
little addictive, I think that's a good term for it.
the really high highs, the really like low lows and stressors. I don't know. It's like I can't imagine. I used to be an accountant. I can't imagine going back to accounting like
So
after dealing with banging down a door in Steamboat Springs,
oh,
Colorado for
think
FedEx
about
for
that.
like metal sphere
Yeah,
decor. You know what I mean?
totally. Think about that, though. Are the accountants, the attorneys, the ones that are chained to their desk are hiring us. And so go thinking about why has this person not emailed me back? Or why have we not gotten their proposal? Because
Yeah.
that's what they do. They sit at their desk 8 hours a day, 12 hours a day, however many, strenuous job that they have, but it's all on the computer. And so their lives are so much different than ours in that regard, which I think is
Yeah.
interesting. But
Oh
no,
my
I
gosh.
think wedding planning is high highs and low lows and seeing it all come together, it's addictive.
Heard you say earlier that you have a hot take you want to share for us.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Okay, my hot take, I do not like content creators, and I know. Here's why.
Yes.
I really value, like, really amazing work, and it's not that they don't do amazing work in that field. I think your wedding should feel more sentimental than a TikTok or an Instagram, and we are hiring 718 Creative and this amazing photographer. And I think it's okay to wait. And I know it's so exciting to see those, bits and bobs the next day because you're still riding that high. But from the old millennial gal who had to wait for her photos. Getting to relive that and coming home and seeing those wedding photos with your spouse or that wedding video and waiting is so much better, and it makes it so much sweeter. I think there are moments in your life you should have to wait for, and I think that's one of them. And then on this flip side, we will probably hire content creators to show behind the scenes for us planning weddings, but that is my hot take.
Okay, because I have worked with some amazing content creators, and I've worked with some that I have a really hard time with. Not a hot take, but a lukewarm take is that there's too many content creators. The
Right.
good ones, the really good ones, are incredible, and I
Of course.
want them with me at every wedding.
Right.
And hiring a bad content creator and having them alongside for your wedding will absolutely ruin some of your shots. It'll absolutely slow things down.
Right.
It'll absolutely make the process clunkier.
And
I
maybe
think. Yeah. We'll lukewarm it a little bit.
Sure.
I love good content creators. I think there's too many content creators.
There's too many.
Too many.
It is not your husband's best friend's girlfriend who's starting up, who really needs the gig.
Who's been to weddings but has never seen behind the scenes stuff.
Correct. It is, you have to have quality.
Yes.
I think it's crucial.
Yes. And if you don't know who to hire for quality, feel free to DM us and we will tell you absolutely the right ones to hire.
Yeah. Really getting the hot take there on that.
Okay, you ready for my hot take? I think NDA weddings are more fun.
Wow. That hurts.
Does it?
Yes.
Why? That hurts. I didn't expect hurt.
Yeah. Because I think it hurts for planners so much because that is all, of course, we want the guests to see the amazing work we did, right?
Yeah.
We're also, in my opinion, I am so proud of the work that I do each time.
Yeah.
I want to shout it from the rooftops. And
that's a good point.
So getting to share that just from it hurts because it's like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited for y'all. Please let me share a picture, you know?
But let me say it to you once quietly and then never see you again for 20 years.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, we had this couple. She's running for something, city council. And I just, I wanted to show her wedding so bad.
Yeah.
It is an India wedding. You know who you are. I voted for you, so you should please tell me your wedding.
I'll send you a picture of me voting for you in exchange for me getting to post one of your pictures.
I took my phone to the polling booth. I broke laws.
This is called The Funny.
Okay.
I'm going to ask you to share one video. What's your go-to video? You really need a laugh in your life. Okay. Where do you turn?
I'm embarrassed to say that this is like the thing that makes me laugh.
This is surprisingly one of the most vulnerable parts, of this whole thing. I can't wait. I'm so excited to see
I'm a little nervous. Okay. I'm just gonna we gotta start from the beginning.
Okay.
From the beginning. But now you know it.
This summer, 2 separate broods of cicadas will be erupting from the soil at the same time, making this the largest gathering of the insects since 1803. Here to comment are 2 cicadas.
What's cracking, y'all? Summer of 2024. Party rockers in the house tonight.
Wow.
I feel like I know you so much better because of seeing this clip.
Party. I've been underground since 2007. And I've been underground since 2011. Hashtag winning. Well, we're here now, and we got one wild summer to mingle, mate, and chirp as much as we please. Look.
No, it's the whole thing. I don't know why it makes me laugh so hard, but it just does. Actually, I think I know why. Because I graduated high school in 2007, and then in 2011, I graduated college. So those are my prime years.
Those cicadas are so relatable for you.
Cicadas are so relatable. And it's just The most ridiculous thing. I don't know
gosh.
why. Love them.
Incredible.
Crack up.
Do you say cicada or cicada?
Cicada.
My wife's a big cicada advocate.
Cicada.
Yeah,
Where is she
this
from?
Alvin, Texas.
Okay. So she's not even a Yankee.
No.
Maybe I'm
cicadas. It's just a cicada way of life. We looked it up. Technically, you could say it both ways. So
okay, it's tomatoes.
We've both firmly rooted in I'm going to say cicada and she's going to say cicada, and our kids will fight to get our kids to say it what we both think is the proper way to say it. So,
oh, wow.
Okay, are you ready for the funny for me?
Yes.
This really is the most vulnerable part of this podcast.
Daily. I have such a dry sense of humor. I fall flat in meetings all the time.
My gosh.
Just me? Cool. Feels good.
But everyone loves it. Okay. I hope you think this is funny because I specifically picked it out for you. Here it goes. It comes fast. You ready for it?
How I feel all the time.
Was it a swing and a miss?
No. That's how I feel all the time. Give it back.
Give that back. That's my glass of wine. You don't get a glass of wine.
Exactly. No wine for you.
Oh my gosh. Okay. I am eating up your whole day.
You're not.
I'm sorry we're going over it right now. Okay, great. You're the best. Let's jump to our final section, the shout out.
The shout out.
You're up first. You get one shout out to just anyone in the wedding industry that you want to give some love to. Who's it going out to?
Okay. This is probably the most difficult question besides the most vulnerable one. Those were oddly too hard. But I think Gracie Bird Jones, she is a photographer in Austin, travels anywhere, and she is a ray of sunshine. I love her. She is, and she's amazing at what she does.
Amazing.
Her work, I feel like, is a little bit more moody than you would anticipate her being a little more moody because of her work. And her photography is not moody. It's like heirloom quality photos you want in beautiful silver frames for the rest of your life. But she's so easy to work with and so kind. And as a planner, to work with her, she doesn't get in your way on your wedding day. Yeah. There's not a lot of questions that she has to ask. Yeah. She just confidently does her job and is a delight.
I agree. I agree. It's like shooting with her is like shooting with like a best friend the whole time.
A best friend, exactly.
So great to shoot with. And her, like you said, her work's amazing. And it also feels like her work is just something that Texas needs.
Yes.
Like there's not other Gracies in the market.
There's no other Gracie in Texas.
Like the way she does it, it's just, you can't be like, oh, well, this person can replace you. Like it's just Gracie. Right. If you want Gracie, you need to have Gracie.
Right. And there's just such an ease about her, which is just, it's amazing. I love her. Can't say it. Okay, who's yours?
We're not too far out. My shout out, I want to give some love to Lucy Struve. Comes to mind as we were talking.
Oh my gosh.
So I was reminiscing about Houston, Museum of Fine Arts, and just
fun wedding.
Was so fun. And the second line and her pictures, I think there's sometimes I work with a photographer and I kind of know exactly how the pictures are going to come out and look in the end, which for some people is great. I love that Lucy's pictures, I was there with her shooting the whole day and I was still kind of surprised how they came out at the end. So she can just operate on a really high level. I think her work's fantastic.
It's so fun to work with. And funny enough, that I found out I was pregnant with Winnie a week before, and I was so sick that whole wedding day. But I was so excited about that wedding, so excited, and I felt so terrible.
Oh my gosh.
This is a prime reason to hire Lucy and Kevin. I felt terrible this entire wedding day. I was so sick. And of course I couldn't share with the bride because she's one of my favorites. And I just didn't feel myself. And, surprise, 10 months later, I found out why. But it was just, y'all picked it up seamlessly. There was no Oh, that was such a fun wedding.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, I can't believe it's already been almost an hour and a half. This is
Thanks
insane.
for doing this.
Thank you for doing this. Thank you for making
Yeah.
time for this. This is so fun. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. I really appreciate it. Kat, thanks for coming in. That's it for this week's podcast. If you're enjoying it, if you want to see this thing keep growing, there are 2 things you can do that would really help me out. Wherever you're listening to this, if you can leave it a review, please leave us a good review. That will help a ton. And also, if you jump onto social media and give us a follow and kind of join in the conversation there, I'd love that. That's where we're most active. So if you could do those, we'll be able to keep growing. And we'll see you next week for the Texas Wedding Podcast.
I say if you don't like this music, you don't be listening to it. You know, I'm just a dude that you know, or something similar. If you don't keep it real, then you go somewhere but here, cause you know we're only losing control just for a minute.